Hey guys, welcome in this new video. I hope that all of you are doing great. In today's video, I want to talk about how to make sure to end 2019 on a green note. So let's actually get right into it. Make sure as well you are subscribed to the YouTube channel if it's not already done, and you can also leave a like under the video. As always, I would truly appreciate it. So what am I specifically talking about is probably, what you are wondering. So in this video, what I want to cover is basically the situation that we are facing right now in today's economy and in politics. Just give you guys a very brief understanding and overall view of it, and basically how you need to adapt your trading to simply make sure that you end the year on a good note, that you don't take any big losses, or that you don't lose money that you made, at the beginning or of the year, or that you just don't lose your capital, maybe that you are starting to trade with. Okay, so basically what you guys have to understand is that right now in the world there are a lot of uncertainties. Okay, so just to give you guys a few examples of what I'm talking about, we have the US-China trade war that is still going on. We have Brexit in the UK, right? We have low interest rate in the US that are already, starting to go down. We already had 3 cut by the Fed. After that, we are, eventually going to get into a recession or maybe a market crash. I've already talked about this in other videos. Of course, there are many other points that I could talk about, but basically the idea is that in today's world, there are a lot of uncertainties which could have a big impact on the market. And right now, since we are still in the middle of this whole situation, it's really hard to predict how these things are going to impact the markets over the long term. So the mindset that you need to have to end the year is a mindset a little bit of caution, okay? A mindset of being careful when it comes to the market and with what you will risk on the market. Okay, so just to give you guys also my personal example, I will not go too much into details because a lot of it is reserved for the course, but basically in 2019 I've had an amazing trading year. I've seen very nice results. It's definitely my best year so far when it comes to my trading in itself. And I don't want to end the year bad, right? I want to preserve all the money that I made this year in my trading, and I want to keep it for when the market will get a little more clarified, we could say. Okay, so what am I doing to be more careful? So once again, just to give you guys a few examples, it doesn't mean that it's necessary what I'm doing or what I will always do, so just take it as what it is. But basically, to be more careful in those situations, you could, for example, decide to lower your risk on the market, right? So let's say that you were risking 2% per trade, you could decide to maybe risk 1% per trade if that's what you want to do. So that is one way to go about it. After that, you could decide to take less trades that you are, let's say, not as certain about them, and only focus on the best opportunities. This could be another way of going about it. Or some people will also say that, fuck it, fuck the economy, I don't mind that, I will just trade as I've always traded and see what happens from there. That could also be a potential mindset to adopt, right? So I'm not saying, which one is good, which one is bad, whatever. Like, this is up to you guys to decide and to form your own opinion, but I'm just trying to give you guys some type of ideas, some type of direction on where you could go with this situation. So I think that overall, the most important thing is to simply be aware of the things that I said, understand the general situation, where we are in the economy, what are we facing right now on the market, what are the challenges, what are the obstacles, what are the hopes, what are the fears. And when you get a good overall picture of these things, I think it could improve your trading because you would just have a better clarity on the market, So when you trade from a perspective of understanding, your results will ultimately get better. So I think that in order to end the year 2019 on a good note, I think that it's important to take the time to do a little bit of research, do a little bit of studying, just to understand at least the overall picture, and from there with all the points that I said, you will be able to make a rational decision based on what you believe is the best to how you need to adapt your trading. And this, if you follow all these things, well, ultimately it will also improve your trading because you will be more aligned with what the markets are currently doing and what we are facing in the world. So that is basically it for this video. It's a little more, practical than what I normally do. I like most of the time to just talk about the mindset because this is very, very important in trading. But I thought today of, why not do something a little more practical, show you guys really what you could actually do that could improve your trading, not just about the mindset, of course. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, well, you can share it around as always and leave a like under it. Once again, I would just really appreciate it. So on that, take care, trade with care, manage your money well, and I will see you in my next video. Bye bye.